start out with the divas. We're going to start out with Christine, which is part of the group that we're doing the fundraiser for. And then we're going to enlarge this and get it going so you can see us all live on it. So, and then as we get going, you're going to see it appear here. So, Christine, why don't you come up here and join me up here now? So,
absolutely.
And let's talk about what you've got going. And so it's a pleasure to meet you here. So everything's live. So just keep in mind our cameras are right there in front of us. So we can do our little spiel here.
Yeah.
So tell us about yourself, Christina. You know, you came in here. We've been waiting and waiting. Where's the other girls?
I know. Hopefully they're here any minute. And we're still waiting.
So tell us about yourself and what you have going with this fundraiser. It sounds like it's going to be really fun.
Yeah, we're really excited. My name's Christina. I'm a mortgage advisor, wealth and empowerment coach, and also just a woman on this journey trying to figure out life. And we came together about a little over a year ago to throw a concert together to help raise money for a local nonprofit called Project ICU, which helps local women in Denver get into home ownership.
Ooh, that sounds really good. And,
yeah.
And with this, we're going to be having three of the great
yes.
People around town. They do a lot of different things. We got Madonna behind us.
Yes, we do.
Madonna, how are you? It's so cool to see all this. You know, we're going to have Anna Rock's going to be here. She does a really great, you know, rendition of, you know, well, we also have Pink. She's supposed to be in. I'm not sure where she's at. And so we got to get everybody here so that we can have some fun with this show.
Yes.
And tell us more about where you're going to have this event. What made you come up with it and what it's all about?
Yeah.
Totally, if you can.
Absolutely. So I think it started with an initial idea with Marilyn, who's part of Pink, and she wanted to be able to give back in some way. And so we really started this dialogue a year ago, and it, you know, we originally had it at the Oriental last year, and now we're having it at the Parker Schoolhouse.
That's going to be fun.
Yes, yeah. And so our goal is pretty much through the nonprofit is that we want to raise $10,000 grants, and that grant can go to a local woman in Denver to get into home ownership.
And so that's what you're working for.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of women, and nowadays home ownership is really difficult. They never used to be like this, and they equate it to the interest rate. And I don't equate it to the interest rate. I equate it to how high and costly homes are nowadays.
Yes.
When they shouldn't have to be like that.
Absolutely.
I hear somebody coming in.
Yay.
So we're going to have them join us right now. So.
Hello.
Hi, ladies.
Hey, how are you?
Paparazzi.
Yes.
Yeah, they caught us on the way in.
Fabulous.
So why don't we start introducing everybody as we circle us around here and talk about what everybody does in terms of how we're going to be doing the show. And so if you can't see them, I hope I'm not blocking everything. So start around this way, go this way, and just introduce everybody.
Yeah, my name is Christina.
I'm Amanda from Material Girl.
I'm Anna Rock from Mellow Gaga.
Marilyn Taylor from the Pink Project.
And so this is going to be great because they all came here. We advertised it. It was kind of a, what I say is we were always scheduling to do it, and it's kind of, sometimes it's kind of hard to schedule it in if there's, you know, 3 or 4 people, and everybody has to come in on the same time and time frame. And we picked a good time, 1:30, because everybody has shows to do, and they're going to be doing different shows tonight. Now, what do you have planned for the show itself? Is each one going to perform?
I mean, I'd let these ladies take over and maybe explain what they have in store for us.
Yeah. Well, we have 3 exciting female-fronted tributes. They're going to be performing. We're going to start with Mellow Gaga, Miss Anna Rock. Then we're going to do some Pink with Miss Marilyn Taylor. And then I'm going to close the show out with Madonna. So, and then we'll probably have some sort of finale together and bring Christina up on stage and just thank all the sponsors, thank the audience members and all the people that contributed to the evening. So
now, may I ask you guys this? Is this the first time you all been together in one shot? Or you guys have all been?
No, this is our 2nd year doing the show.
So this is with everybody together?
Yes.
We had a successful first run, and we thought we've got to do this again.
Yeah,
It's just,
absolutely.
it feels good. Everybody that contributes feels good about the cause, and it feels good to do a show where we can make a difference.
And so is it
Yeah.
$10,000 each year that you put out, or is it this, it's more money this year?
Yeah, so for the nonprofit as a whole, the goal for 2025 is 100 women and each woman can get up to $10,000.
Oh, I see, so.
Yeah,
and
so
you
the
have
goal
to-
is $1 million this
Now,
year.
how do you go about finding the homes, or they find their own homes and you try to help them get into it?
Correct, yes, yep.
So, the difficulty of that, I know you come across a lot of difficulties sometimes. Sometimes it flows so easily, other times it
Yes.
just doesn't flow right. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I think it's really learning how we can bridge the gap of the financial literacy aspect of what it means to actually build wealth and be able to have an accessible point to be able to do it. And really what I love about Project ICU is it's not just the financial means is there in terms of the grant and that the money we're trying to raise, but there's also the emotional support, which gives women community. So we host monthly cohorts, and it also just creates the emotional space for women to feel safe, to be able to care for their children and getting into a home and really creating that stability.
Now, all you ladies behind me, do you all donate your time? Everybody is donating their time and their efforts?
Yes.
Yep,
For sure.
everybody donates their
Mhm.
time, it's worth it. So, we've all kind of taken on a certain role and we all contribute. Like we've got the promotions piece, we've got the art aspect, we've got the production. So we're all kind of taking on a chunk of that and trying to create an awesome experience for everybody that comes. And then we're also representing, women and empowerment by doing the show and showing, young women what's possible, And you don't have to be the real deal, to get up on stage and have a good time and, do something that feels good and matters.
So now, each show, tell us about each show. Now, your show has got a backup band, or you do tracks, or how do you do yours?
We have a full band, and I have 2 to 4 dancers
Oh,
that
wow.
dance with me. So
Wow.
depending on the show, this particular show, I'm gonna bring everybody in. So it's gonna be really exciting.
So all the dancers just puts on a Madonna show.
Yep,
And
we
just-
sure do.
It just looks
Yeah.
really well. So.
Yeah, it looks awesome and it sounds awesome.
So every one of you does a full band.
Yes.
Well, I have my full band, a Mellow Gaga. So I have 2 parts to my Lady Gaga tribute, Mellow Gaga and Metal Gaga. Last year, Metal Gaga performed at the Oriental Theater, and that was a lot of fun. This year, we're at the Schoolhouse Theater in Parker, which is a little more intimate of a venue. It's going to be a more upscale kind of event, and so I thought Mellow Gaga was just a lot more appropriate for that. So Mellow Gaga is the acoustic version of Lady Gaga songs. And it's just been such an adventure, kind of taking her music and seeing how well it stands on its own and being able to utilize it and do different things with it.
Break it down.
Yeah, the songwriting is so good that you can have it metal style, you can have it just relaxed, acoustic, kind of chill, and it's good any way you happen to package it. So Mellow Gaga is playing this time. I have a full band, acoustic guitar, keys, upright bass, and drums in addition to my vocals. And we actually have a good friend of ours from the Cranberries tribute, Linger. Her name is Adriana Lorenzi, and she is standing in for this show. My regular keyboardist, he had to have some heart surgery, and so we didn't want to put any pressure on him, and she stepped up to the plate, so she's going to do the show for us. And their tribute band as well is so incredible.
Fantastic.
So amazing. I'd recommend checking them out. Linger, a tribute to the Cranberries. So yeah, we've got, when I do Mellow Gaga, start out with the pop songs, and then I do a little bit of country, so I'm a little country today.
Fringe going on.
So just, we pick her, or I pick her my favorite songs, her hit songs that everybody loves, and we throw in just a little bit of fun for that. So that's kind of what my portion of the show is about.
And then typically I have a full band called the Pink Project. This time I'm just going to be singing vocals with Amanda's Material Girl Band. So it actually kind of helps streamline things for this show, and it also, just it's a little easier to coordinate with fewer people. I think that was one of the challenges that we had the first time, was just, you've got 25
Musicians.
musicians. Yeah, so this time we thought, okay, well, we can streamline a little bit, and to Anna's point, it's more intimate, so it seemed like the perfect opportunity to just kind of leverage the talent and the musicians that Amanda has for Material Girl.
Let's go over the entire day itself. Let's tell us about the day, the place, the address, and kind of give our audience a little rundown on that. So.
You wanna show that?
Sure.
Yeah, okay, we got a nice.
Oh,
Marilyn
nice.
designed a really
The
nice flyer. The camera's up.
Camera's on.
Go ahead and hand it to Henry.
Okay,
Maybe
so
he
hold-
can
yeah.
show it.
Here you go,
I'm
Henry.
gonna go real
Yeah.
close to this. That way you can see it real well.
So it's Saturday, September 20th, and the show starts at 7:30. So we've got VIP tickets available, and then reserved seating as well.
So it's all reserved seating. There's no general admission. Everyone will be able to choose their seat where they wanna be located in this beautiful theater. And the VIP section of it, if you'd like to join us for the VIP section, we're gonna have a pre-show mixer from 6 to 7 p.m. We're gonna have some appetizers, refreshments, kind of fun stuff, photo opportunities with us, the ability for us to come say hi and thank you for your patronage. You get premier seating, so premier seats are set aside for purchase for VIPs, and masquerade masks, cause it's a
Yes.
masquerade.
It's the Pop Divas Masquerade.
Yes.
It's our second
So generally, how
performance
many
with the
people
Purpose.
does this hold, the place hold?
It's just under 200.
Okay, so it'll be sold out.
Yes,
That's what
it
we're
will.
hoping
That's
for.
what we're hoping.
Yeah.
Absolutely hoping for
It
that.
seemed like this could be held in a much bigger place, like that holds 500 and
Yes.
stuff like
It
that.
could, we
did,
kind of found, I found this location to be just something that is so special that it just felt like the right fit. You know, there were a lot of places to consider, wonderful places. We've played at many different great places around town, and this is just kind of the one that worked out for us. So yeah, that's why we're like, okay, it's gonna be a little more intimate, but
Yeah.
special, upscale, and we're just gonna try to have a wonderful time and raise as much money as possible.
And how much is it to get in? Did it say on the poster? I missed that.
We have, well, the tickets are available online at parkerarts.org, so PARKERARTS.org. And the VIP tickets are $50, and
Which
then
is really a good price.
35, right,
Yeah.
35 for general
30,
admission.
30, yeah.
Okay.
And what do you get for
General
VIP?
admission.
So that is the pre-show mixer meet and greet photo opportunity.
With everybody, right?
Yes, with
Yes.
us, and we'll have some food, drinks,
The masquerade mask.
masquerade masks, and the premier seating. So once we're done with the VIP event, they'll be led into the theater to their seats that are up front, first row, very close and intimate, able to be right there in front of us to enjoy the show. So they'll get a really, I mean, all of the seats, honestly, in this theater,
It's one of the reasons why we liked it.
yeah, it's,
Yeah.
they're all great seats. It's kind of in the round, so you
Mhm.
feel like you're part of it, you're immersed in it, you're not just far away kind of witnessing. You're gonna be, you're gonna feel like part of the
It
event, and
reminds
that's
me of
really
that-
what we
that
wanted.
unplugged kind of
Yes.
intimacy.
Yes,
Yes, definitely
yes.
unplugged.
And we're not doing fully unplugged.
Right.
We're, plugged
Yeah.
in, but it's got that
That
intimate
feel.
feel.
And the ambiance, the lighting is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The staff is great.
Yes.
So, and they have a bar that you
Excellent
can go order
parking.
Yeah.
beverages from, so.
Yeah. It's a historical building. It used to be an actual schoolhouse
Mhm.
in Parker, and they've converted it to a theater as well as meeting rooms where we're gonna have the VIP mixers in one of their meeting rooms, which is really nice as well. It's a great venue, great location in the heart of Parker, lots of good restaurants around. Yeah, it all just seemed pretty perfect, so.
And right now, if you're just joining us, we're talking to the divas. My God, we have all of them here. And so, I mean, we get the pleasure and privilege of having them here on KUHS Radio TV. And of course, Christine, she showed up and she goes, what where's the food? Where's the drinks? I says, girl. Yes. It's kind of fun. She walked in weird. She's joyful and everything. We've got close to 11,000 people logged in right now, so it's kind of
Nice.
nice
Yeah.
That's
to
amazing.
be able to get all these people involved. It comes in from all over the planet, but people nowadays are so connected, by the smart devices, and people travel all the time. They're moving in from city to city, going all over the place. And sometimes people are traveling to Denver. Hey, I'll go to that. And you get all kinds of different volume of, different types of people from all over the world. The only thing is now, with the United States being on this lockdown kind of thing, people aren't wanting to come to Denver because they're afraid to be deported.
Yeah.
It's gotten really crazy. It's like what do you call it? When people go and they travel to other countries, they're going to other places and not coming to the U.S. So they're afraid to not be able to get out or not be able to get in. I had some friends who came here and they were from France, and then they were going to go with some friends to Mexico, but he couldn't get in, so he had to go straight from France straight to Mexico. So because they're going to have, it's just really different, yeah.
The world is kind of a tough.
Yeah, it's gotten
place
really
to be
crazy,
in
yes.
right now.
Yeah.
But you guys have a
Big
really
picture.
nice event that it's going to make you sparkle, and if you want to be a part of it, the divas are going to be doing this show. It's really neat to see them all here behind me. It's like, and they're doing it as a fundraiser, a really nice fundraiser. So it looks good on our cameras here. So let's take our time. Let's start with you and how you started and how you got into doing Madonna. So it's like it's like you just you're intrigued with Madonna. I think a lot of people are, and so you got into Madonna. And you do a really good rendition of her.
Thank you. So I was performing with another tribute band as a backup singer-dancer, and it just came to me at a gig one day. I was going on stage and it just popped in my head, if I had to cover one artist who had the catalog of music and I love to dance and perform, she was the first person that popped into my head because of the endless amount of songs that she had as selection. A lot of tributes, they find it difficult to have 2-3 sets of music, so I didn't want to go that route because I wanted to make sure I had enough music to perform a longer period of time. So she made the most sense.
Now, I have to ask this question. Do you do the song like a virgin?
Of course. And I'm going to do it at the show.
Of course. That was one of her famous ones that she did that everybody liked to listen to, and I still like to listen to it. And right after our show is complete, we're going to stay on here, but I have to get off the video, but we can play it over the radio. We'll do 3 songs of each one, Pink, Madonna, and of course, her song, Lady Gaga. So I've got them all lined up for us, and we'll get to hear the different variations of the different individuals that they're performing with. So we're going to go to you. Of course, I've done you before, but
Yes,
not in this format right here with everybody here.
First and foremost, Henry, thank you so very much for having us.
You're always
Yes.
I was
welcome.
here last year with Mayra Alejandra. We were promoting our show at the Wild Goose Saloon. She had made the arrangements, and kind of at the last minute, she's like, hey, do you want to come to the interview? And I said, of course, I would love to. So that's how I met Henry. So thank you, Mayra. Thank you so much. And actually, she's in Las Vegas right now. She's doing a residency performing the songs of Selena. So we are so proud of her. She is accomplishing
chills.
so much.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. what she's
Crazy,
doing.
and she does such an amazing job. Such a talented woman, such a hard worker, and so because of her, I came to meet Henry and come and do the interview for that show. So it just occurred to me. I was like, hey, we need to get as many people on board here. So what can we do? And he came to mind and was so kind to make the time for us to come in. So again, thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Henry.
Yeah, this is
thank
fun.
you.
Like I said, I have all the divas here. This is wild. Except for Christina.
Yeah.
Hey, she's a
Yeah,
diva.
she's
too.
a
diva
She's
too.
a- she's an honorary diva.
Yes.
I know, I just tease her. When she first walked in, I started teasing her right away. And she went for it. She's right there. Okay, let's go.
I love the banter.
Yes. But as far as Gaga goes, honestly, like, I knew Lady Gaga songs. The Fame was an album my daughter really was into, and so we'd listen to it in the car, and I was like, wow, this is really fun, this is really cool. And then when she came out with A Million Reasons, I was like, whoa, this is kind of like a different side, because the pop stuff is fun, it's exciting, but like it didn't resonate with me. But once I heard A Million Reasons, I was like, man, that is an amazing song. And so I decided to do it at an open mic. And I had a friend of mine, KUHS, she was on the keys for me, and she played it, and I just sang it. I had a good old time, and I actually sang Foolish Games by Jewel at that open mic as well. And after I was done singing, I stepped off the stage and was going to my seat, and a little old lady, she says, "You sound just like Lady Gaga." And I was like, first of all, I'm like, you know who Lady Gaga is? And then secondly, thank you. You know, like that was a huge compliment, because I'm like, she has an incredible voice. If I sound like her, like I wasn't trying to sound like her, but I guess I was able to emulate her style a little bit.
The reach of her audience.
Yes.
Exactly.
The little old lady.
The little lady.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, wow. So it was just like, you know, kind of a cool thing. And I didn't think too much of it later, but I ended up hearing years and years later the Hailstorm cover of Bad Romance. So it's a hard rock cover of Bad Romance by the band Hailstorm, and I loved it. I'm like, man, I love this song. This is so cool. So I started doing that at live band karaoke over at the studio at Main Street, which is right next to the schoolhouse, actually. And people liked it, and I had fun doing it. And I'm like, wow, I wonder if her other songs would be this fun to do in rock
Metal
style.
Yeah.
So that is kind of how my tribute was born. I was like, let's try this out. And so it started out as Metal Gaga, and I booked a show, and the band was not ready. So I said, well, I don't want to pull out of the show, so what can I do? So I said, what if I do keys and vocals, just acoustic? And then I invited my now guitarist for Mellow Gaga to come up and do 2 songs with us. And then I was like, okay, so if I'm doing this, what is this? I'm like, it's mellow. Okay, we're Mellow Gaga. So Mellow Gaga came kind of as the savior of Metal Gaga. So that I could do a show that I participated in putting together, because I just didn't see it as an option to pull out of the show. So I'm like, I have to make something happen.
Sure.
I am a firm believer that if you have something that you want to accomplish, there's always a way to do it. So I made it happen. It wasn't the best show ever, I will say that. This lovely keyboardist, Mitch, he came in and he kind of learned things on the fly. He'd never really listened to Lady Gaga before, so he did his absolute best. And we put on a good show. We got good, you know, really good comments. I'm just a perfectionist, and I'm like, oh man, this was not exactly how I wanted it to be. I messed up on this, I messed up on that. But it was such a great, yeah, absolutely. But it was such a great learning experience. And so for a while, it was keys and acoustic guitar and vocals. And we did a few shows as that, and then eventually I met a lovely lady who lives pretty close to here, actually. Her name's Lucayla, and she plays upright bass. So I was like, that would be really cool to add in. So we added her in, and then it's like, well, why don't we just make it a full band now and add in drums? So that's what we have now. We have a full band, and
With every iteration.
yeah, so whatever's needed. If it's like a coffee house, a wine bar, we can do, you know, the duo, trio setup. If it's a large venue, we can do the full band. So it's just really kind of cool to have options and something to plug in wherever it might be necessary. But I just really have developed quite a respect for Lady Gaga and her artistry. As a performer, there was never a doubt. It's like, she's insanely talented, insanely incredible.
And it's hard to replicate her too. Sometimes it's like you really study her, and
She's
she
very
just
unique.
flows. Yeah, she's just very unique
But as a
individual.
vocalist, as a songwriter, like the more I've learned her music, I've developed more of an appreciation, and I really just enjoy doing it.
So we're gonna move on to Pink now.
All right, well, I got started actually in the tribute scene with Jagged, an Alanis Morissette tribute. And that's when I got introduced to the scene, and I thought it would be really fun to do something else too. angsty female vocalists, I guess. Kind of my thing. So I enjoyed the raw, kind of raw feeling that you get with Alanis, and I wanted to challenge myself with a vocalist that I really admire, which is Pink. And I've been listening to her since Misunderstood. That was the first album that I totally got into, and she never really went away. She's still, talking to the catalog. There was plenty of songs, and she's such a strong vocalist. I thought it was going to be a really good challenge for me as a vocalist to push myself and try to, emulate her as best as I can. And then there was the aspect that she has with her shows, which is the aerials. And that's not something that I do. So in the spirit of empowering young women, we brought on a 12-year-old girl who was, actually she was 11 at the time, and then 12 for the last performance that we did. But she got out there for the first time in front of, I don't know, 500 people. And hanging from the ceiling and performing while I was singing, and it went over so well. And it just the whole idea of having this young woman get out there and take the risks, do something she'd never done before, it was in that spirit. So I think having her there, it made it really fun for us. It made it fun for me. And while we can't always have aerials, we can always find space for dancers, making space for other young women who maybe haven't done stage work before, and they want to get out and be a performer and want to dip their toe in the water a little bit and see what it's like. And so I saw Pink as an avenue for the performances with purpose. So most of the work that we've done, that I've done, has been charity work. And I've got my own kids and my own life and my own challenges, and there's a part of me that can really relate with some of these women that the Project ICU supports. And so I felt like, at the time I had lost my job. I'd gone through a lot. I was losing my house. I mean, I was going through what I felt like some of these women might have been challenged with. And then they're put in situations where their choices are limited, and they find they do what they can to get by, and sometimes they need help. And so this project was something that resonated with me personally, and I wanted to, it was one of our first shows as the Pink Project. We'd only done a couple before putting that one on at the Oriental Theater, and it was so impactful. I think we all bonded. That putting together that show is how we all met. It was like we wanted to do this performance with a purpose, and that's what we were calling it. And I had heard about this woman that does an amazing Lady Gaga. I had heard about this other woman that does an amazing Madonna, and I thought, well, I think I do a pretty good Pink. Let's put this together.
Yes.
And so we pulled it off. We all, everybody contributed equally. I felt like we were like such a strong team, and we brought the music to the people. We brought the performances that they were expecting. They were, entertained. It felt purposeful. It was just like this warm, fuzzy, big, giant hug. The event was, and so I'm so excited that we get to do this again. But yeah, that's how I got into it. It was all started with Jagged and the Alanis Morissette tribute.
So if you just joined us, we're talking to the Divas. We're going to be having a big fundraiser here. I'm going to put this up on the screen so you can see it. I'm going to hold it so you can get all the information on what's going to be happening here at the Divas. It's going to be really good. Saturday, September 20th, 7:30 p.m. It's going to be it's Parker, Colorado, and it's going to be at the Schoolhouse, 19650.
That's it. That was
Mhm.
good.
Yeah, that was really good.
You can read
Lady
that
Gaga,
backwards
Pink,
inside.
and Madonna, and I've got them all here, the Divas, and of course we've got the other Divas, the main Diva. She's been looking at me kind of like, you better get this right. Here at KUHS Radio TV, I'm glad you all have joined us for this really incomparable demonstration of a nice promotion.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so with that being said, anything else you'd like to say about what's going on here? And then we're going to go down the line, and then we'll call it a day. And then we're going to play some music by all three, Pink, Madonna, and Lady Gaga.
I'm just incredibly grateful to have connected with these women, and honestly, it feels like something we've been doing for years, and that's how I feel like you're on the right track when everything just flows and coming together and really building this movement to really help empower women in a really real, authentic, and genuine way. So just incredibly grateful to be here.
I am too. I think it's a testament to all of us. We're women. We can work together. We can get along. We can sacrifice things for each other, our ego, because it's with a purpose. It takes the focus off ourselves and puts the focus on something that's more important. And so I really feel like we're a testament to other female band leaders, musicians, that you can work together for a greater goal. So I'm really proud to be with you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel exactly the same way, and I'm so grateful because I feel like I've made friends for life. It's not just us working together to make music, which that in itself is pretty great, but when you meet like souls, beautiful souls that you enjoy working with, it's not like, oh man, I gotta call Amanda, gotta ask her about this thing. No,
we
it's like
banter all the time. We're like texting.
oh my
Did you
gosh.
see this? We are like, I love this.
Yeah, the text threads are quite extensive, and the phone calls, we try to do the
Can we
three-way
talk?
phone calls, and
Talk.
it's just easier sometimes to talk than text, but yeah, it's just, this is such a great cause, and we feel like together, coming together, we can accomplish so much more than if we were separately doing our own things.
Yeah.
And again, going along with what Amanda said, women, there's just this feeling of, oh, they're so catty, they're so competitive, and it's like, you know what, if you really just try to be real with each other, you're gonna find that there are so many amazing females and males too. I mean, that happens obviously, but when you put the feminine energy together, there's just this special, like, I don't know, it's like this catalyst, and you just like put it together, and it's this amazing mixture of things, and you just get the best. We all have different strengths. We put them together, and that's how we accomplish things. And I wanted to mention about how you were talking about Abby. I always love to bring my daughter Ellie up on stage with me. She's a little pop diva in training, and whenever I get the chance, I will pull her up on stage with me. So she will be coming up to sing Born This Way, and she already has her beautiful dress picked out and everything. So again, it's like, my dad was a singer. He inspired me. My daughter loves to sing and perform as well, so I'm just wanting to give her any opportunity I can, and she loves it so much. So we're just kind of like trying to bring up, not only help each other, but also bring up the next generations of females to feel empowered and to know that they can do whatever they set their minds to.
Great, awesome. Yes. And it is all ages, so we can include the young ones. I just think that something like this on a local level, it's so important because it shows that we do have an impact. And you can see the impact. Hopefully we'll have somebody come and speak that was actually impacted by the work that the charity has done. And that's one of the other things you get to see, where the contributions go and how they impact people. It's not like they disappear into this ether and you don't really know who's being helped or how. That was one of the things that was so special about Project ICU, is that transparency, and to have the people that have been helped in Denver show up and say thank you, and I am one of the people that this organization has supported. So it's really important when we've got all this global craziness going on to take care of each other. And men, women, children, all of us, young, old, we're all humans, we're all made up of the same stuff. Music moves us, it's energy, and we have a positive impact on it. We can all choose to make that positive impact on the world. And even if it's just starting at a local event, the impact is global.
Our next female president.
Yay! For president.
Pink for president. I'm voting.
Don't forget.
I vote for this.
ICU, Saturday, September 20th, 7:30 p.m. The Schoolhouse, 19650 East. What
Oh
happened?
my gosh, that was crazy.
Main Street, Parker. The Divas Masquerade. Don't forget to go and get your tickets online. Lady Gaga, Pink, and Madonna. So make sure to stick around here on KUHS, and we're going to go to audio after we get off the video. Right now we're on both, but we're going to sync in 3 Lady Gagas, 3 Madonnas, and 3 Pinks all in a row. So you make sure to stick around and take a listen to that, and just kind of give all these ladies a big praise and props, and go to the event. And thank you, ladies from
Thank you.
KUHS.
Thank you,
always
Henry.
so much,
Thank you
Henry.
so
for
much.
being part of KUHS. It's always nice to have such a quality group here. And with that being said, we'll talk to you later.
Yay.